Hello everybody, and I just decided to make this because I was bored and I needed to push out some content. So I just decided, why not give my thoughts and just what I think of every single character skin in the game? That's a great idea. Wait, so let's just get started. Wilson, Snowfallen skin. This is good, in my opinion, the best skin for Wilson. It's good, it's clean, it changes him up, but just enough to be really good. And if you get him or just any of the Snowfall skins, you get a emote. A good emote. So yeah, that's all I have to say about him, just really good. And I basically have the same to say about the Mad Scientist skin, except without the emote. It's just really good. Pixbury Mask, it's okay. The Scarred Pig skin just isn't really my cup of tea. It's fine, I can see why some people would like it a lot, but for me, it's fine. Verdant, good. It's really good, but I just don't see that many people wearing it, sadly, even though it's one of the skins that you can literally just weave and purchase in the shop. Magmatic. This is pretty good too, but I see this one used a lot more compared to the Verdant skin. Victorian, I don't really use this one. I don't even know why I have it. I should probably unravel it soon, but it's fine, but it doesn't really have that much going on with it to make it fine. I mean, I like the hair, but that's about it. Gladiator, probably gonna make a few people mad, but I'm not really a fan of this one. Like, that much at all. It's just, I don't know why, I'm just not really a fan of it. I think it might be that, like, just red piece of face paint that's on his eye. Anyways, Rosette, very underrated. I don't see that many people using it, at least on console, because console doesn't have like a community market, which on PC is like the only way you can get it right now aside from random drops. But yeah, if they did end up, whenever this skin eventually does become available to weave or buy from the shop, I'll definitely be getting it. It's just really good. Triumphant is really good. Triumphant is good. I like the hair. I like the evil smile. Hold on a second. I just want to. Where is it? That suit is also just really, really good. So yeah, Triumphant, just good. Survivor, it's okay, but I mean, I've heard this is like the good player Wilson skin, but that's really all I know about it. Other than that, I just think it's like fine. And I basically feel the exact same way with the Guest of Honor. It just doesn't have that much going on with it. I wouldn't really get it. Anyways, on to Willow. Snowfallen. This one is okay, not my cup of tea, but it's fine. The Woeful. I do not like this one at all. Willow Flyhead. This one is, well, it's fine, but it's definitely better than the Guard Pig skin for Wilson. Guest of Honor, it's kinda just meh. That's really all I have to say about it, nothing more. The Forlorn Doll. I don't like this one at all. I know it's probably gonna make some people mad, but just like those eyes, the hair, the thing on top of her head, I'm just not really a fan. Rosette, not as good as Wilson's Rosette, but it's still really good. Except this time I might get it if I just have nothing to do. And also you can actually leave this one and buy it. The Survivor, not a fan. I don't really like just all the burn marks on the face, just the hair and that red just bandana on her head. Triumphant, it's fine. It's not as like extravagant as like some of the other Triumphants, but it's fine. The Magmatic, my favorite Willow skin. I'll probably get this one soon. But yeah, I like the smile, I like the hair. It's just, that hair is the big selling point. I just like it. It's really good. The Victorian, not a fan at all. The Gladiator, it's definitely better than Wilson's, but again, it's just kind of exists. onto Wolfgang. The Snowfallen. This one is pretty good. I like that big fluffy stash and hair. The Wolfman, I hate this. I actually hate it. This is bad, at least to me. Maxwell, it's fine. I just don't really like the tusks and monocle and stuff. I know it's supposed to look like mech tusk, but I still just doesn't really save it. The Verdant, it's fine. The Giant, really good. This is a really good skin. I like those glasses, that stash, that bandana on top of him. That cap is really good. The Magmatic, it's kinda meh. I don't really like that tiny piece of hair and that mustache. The Victorian, it's fine. I don't really like that part on the beard that's just kinda sticking out to the sides. The Gladiator. This is really good. I like his Gladiator. I like those ear piercings, that just giant tuft of hair, his braided mustache is good. The Rosette, this one's not really that good. It just doesn't have that much change. I'm just not a fan of the stash and that just hair. The Triumphant, it's kinda just meh. I mean, it's okay, but something I would never get. The Survivor, Edgy Rick, am I right? Oh wait, I can't say that because he quit Don't Starve. But yeah, other than that, this skin is just kind of meh. That's what I feel like for quite a few Wolfgang skins. Guesstimate, I like this one. I like that stash. That's like the only selling point. That stash is just amazing. Anyways, on to Wendy. The Snowfallen, this one is fine. That's really all I have to say. Supernatural, this one is really good. I like that blue flower is good. I like the hair. It's just creepy and is a good Halloween skin. Windy Flower, it's pretty good. This is one of my personal favorite of the Halloween skins. And also, do you remember the time on the PC version where I guess the community didn't really know how to price things, and back in like 2018, before you could like get these in the shop, they were like I think it was 2017 actually, where people just ended up pricing this on the community market for over $1,000. Yeah, boy, was the community dumb to know that it would eventually just be available to just buy in an in-game shop. Guesstimate, this one's pretty good. I like the rosy cheeks, I like the way the flower looks, and I like the hair is good. The Nostalgic, this one is also really good. I like the long hair, I like the flower just looks really good on this one. The only real thing I don't like is just the tiny pieces of hair just sticking off of the hair. That just kind of brings it down a bit, but that still doesn't stop it from being really good. Rosette, not as good as the other rosettes, but is fine. I really like the rose on your hair. Survivor, not a fan of this one at all. I just don't like the fact that her hair is like cut off. Triumphant, this is one of the stronger Triumphant skins. This is good. This one is really good. That flower has been changed ever so slightly. That just looks really good. And I like just the angry face on her that just makes her look like she's in a really pissy mood. Is good. Magmatic, not a fan of this one. A lot of the Magmatics I'm not really a fan of, but there are a few that are actually pretty good. Victorian is pretty good. I like the fact that she doesn't really have a flower and it's just stitched it for the that funeral thingy. The Gladiator, this one's pretty good. I like this one. I like the flower, I like the face paint, I like the braid on the side of her head is good. WX78. Snowfallen. This is good. This is really, really good. I like the ice part of it, and I'm just gonna say it, nearly all of WX78 skins are really, really good. The Merrymaker, this one is fine. This and another one are like the only two I really hate, or just don't find that good at least. But the Merrymaker, I have nothing against it. It's just kind of fine. It just exists. I just don't really... That face terrifies me. But it's just kind of meh. Unfinished, this one is pretty good. It makes sense for him being a robot, just to have like a thing where he's just like not fully complete. The rookie bot head plate. This is a really good one. This is a really, really, really good one. Just, it makes sense for him to be like a clockwork as one of his Halloween costumes. And they pulled this one off really, really good. The Midori Roboto. This one is really good. I'm just going to cut it. Really good. A lot of his skins, like I said, just really, 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 really good. Magmatic. Not as good as the other ones, but still really, really, really good. The Victorian, again, kind of falls a little bit low, but still is perfect. Verdant. This is the other one that I just don't really think is that good. I just don't really like the dirt aesthetic, even though it makes sense. The Gladiator. This is one of the weaker gladiators in my opinion, but that doesn't stop it from being pretty good. Rosette. Perfect. I like the grass on top of his head and the red color scheme. It works really well. Triumphant. One of the stronger triumphants is really good. I like the claws on his hand. They're just really good. Survivor. It makes sense for him. A Survivor skin to be rusted. It just looks really good. I also like the aesthetic that his arms have just like the wires on the inside showing. Guest of Honor. Good. I like the fact that he just drew a stash on himself is awesome. Now we move on to Wicker Bottom. Snowfallen looks like Elsa. It's kind of meh. The Bewitched. This one is, I'm not really a fan of it. I just don't like the spider web thingy that's just over her head. If they removed that, it would probably be a little decent. I know it makes sense, but Volt Bottom's Antlers. Not a fan of this one. I feel like they could have done something better for this one, or just made the costume different entirely. The Magmatic, it's clean, is good. This is one of the better Magmatics in my opinion. The Victorian, not really a fan of this one. I don't like the little hair pieces just sticking away. The Gladiator, one of the stronger gladiators. This one is, I like the horn things on the side. I like the horn earrings. I like the face paint is awesome. Rosette, one of the weaker rosettes in my opinion. It just doesn't have that flair that the other ones have. The Triumphant, this one's pretty good. I like the hair. I like the shape of the glasses. I like the red lipstick. It just fits Wicker Bottom really well. Survivor, this one's not that good. I just don't like the cracked glasses, just the sticks on her hair. I know it's supposed to make sense for a Survivor outfit, but it's still just eh. Guest of Honor, not gonna sugarcoat it. I don't like this one. Woody, the Merrymaker, it's okay. The Tree Hugger, I like this one. This one is really, really good. I love this one. I like the hippie aesthetic. The Wood Guard Head makes sense for him. I just like the hair where it's supposed to look like a tree guard. It just looks awesome. Guest of Honor, it looks fine, but I do think the shiny aesthetic of his hair looks really, really good. Rosette, it's fine. Survivor, I don't like this one. I just don't like the massive bushy hair. The Team Player, it's fine. Again, I just don't really like the bushy beard. The Triumphant, this is one of the weaker Triumphants. It just doesn't really have much going for it. The only thing that's really changed is his beard is sort of going out a bit, and that isn't really enough to justify purchasing it. Magmatic, one of the weaker Magmatics. I mean, without the you can't really just, it's just not that good. I don't know what I'm trying to say. The Victorian, it's kind of just meh. They kind of got rid of his beard, which is kind of sad. But this one's just kind of bland. Same with the Verdant, I don't really like this one. I don't really like the sideburn things on the side, and that's kind of it. The Gladiator, one of the weaker gladiators. Woody really got the lower side of my just rankings. These are just, I feel sorry for you, Woody. Just again, they kind of got rid of that beard part of the bottom, which just I don't like. I do like the face paint though. Anyways, on to Wes. Okay, let's just rush through Wes's Merrymaker. It's kind of just period. I hate this one. Wes Drake makeup, funny joke, because Mandrake is annoying, but Wes is silent. The Lover, it's meh. Magmatic, freaking amazing. Victorian, I don't like it. Virgin, it's pretty good. Gladiator is pretty good. The Rosette, I love this one. Triumphant, dope. Survivor, it's meh. Guest of Honor, it's meh. Then we move on to Maxwell. The Merrymaker, this one is pretty good. I like the white hair, I like the monocle, it really suits Maxwell very well. The Vampiric, it's kind of meh. The only thing that really got changed is his hair, and they made him a little more pale. And they gave him fangs. You wouldn't really be able to tell the difference unless you know what you're looking at. Crampwell, this one's one of the better Halloween outfits. It just, I mean, I don't really see why they gave Maxwell this one, but I guess you can't really tell that with any of them. But yeah, this one's one of the better ones because it changes the character up pretty drastically. The Magmatic, I don't really like this one. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't like the lava flowing through his veins. The Victorian, it's kind of meh. The Verdant, this one's decent actually. I like the little thing on how he's supposed to just be like a tree wizard, a nature wizard or something like that, but it's dope. The Gladiator, this one is once again dope, but this is one of the dopest skins we've seen so far, and in my opinion, the best Gladiator. It just looks super cool. Yes, it's very edgy, and I'm not really a fan of massively edgy things, but it is good. I like this one, especially when you get the full ensemble together. It's dope. The Rosette, this one is pretty good. I like all of Maxwell's older skins before they went completely overboard, started designing really just overdone stuff. I like the Rose. I like his hairstyle. It's really good. Triumphant, this is my favorite skin in the whole game. If it wasn't already obvious because of my profile picture on YouTube. I like how clean it is. I like how he doesn't look angry. I like the slightly different hairstyle. I think it's better than Maxwell's original one. I like the glasses. And I like how it's supposed to be William Carter. It's dope. I'm also a really big fan of his portrait. It's really, really good. Guest of Honor, this one's pretty good. I like his sort of sunken eyes that are just kind of drowsy. His hair's kind of meh, but it still just looks fairly decent. Survivor, this one is pretty good. I actually like this one. I like the more angry appearance, his more frowny mouth, the bandages over his head. I also like his quote, "Say pal, I don't look so good." Wigfred. The Merrymaker, it's kinda meh. The sort of thing on the side of her head really I don't really like that. The Straw Stuffed, I hate this one. The Deerfried mask, it's fine, but I hate how you can still see her regular eyes kind of behind the singular eye. But yeah, it's fine. Guest of Honor, this one's pretty good. I like the gold on her head and hair. The Rosette, this one is really, really good. This is one of the better Rosettes. I like the the way her hair looks is just really the thing that seals the deal for me. Survivor, this one is kind of meh. I don't really like the black on her face, just like the little black spots. I don't know if it's supposed to be like dust or shadow stuff, but it's just kind of fine. Triumphant, really, really good. I especially like the portrait for it. It just looks really menacing. And I sort of like how her hair is tied up in a crown. It just looks really good. The Winged Victory. I don't really like this one on how it just on one side just had that massive dangling ponytail. The Ultimate Performer, it's kind of just meh. I don't really like how bent her hair is. Magmatic. It's one of the weaker Magmatics, in my opinion. Just because you can't really tell it's Magmatic. Or what it's just supposed to be, actually. The Victorian, this one is really, really good. I like this one. I like the hair that's just done up in the back into a bun. It's just really good. The Verdant is pretty good, actually. I like this one. I like the green face paint. I like how she has like vines tied up in her hair. It's good. The Gladiator, one of the weaker gladiators. I just don't really like the sort of just the face paint that's just there in a triangle on her face. Little gold thing around her face is kind of like the big thing, though. I don't really like that one. Webby Boy. Snowfallen. I was going to make a joke here, but I don't think I should, because it would be really, really bad. But this one's pretty good. I like this one. I should probably get it at some point in the future. It just turns him into like a snow spider, and that's just kind of awesome. The Rebel, not really a fan of this one. It's just like, I don't really like that mohawk. And then there's just the little piercings he has on his spider legs on his face that are just kind of just eh. The Weblisk, this one is pretty good. I like this one. I like how you're taking two mobs that are normally associated with the dark and just turning them into one. It's good. The El Tigre, I like this one. It changes him up quite a bit, and it sort of just fits him pretty well in my opinion. The Magmatic, this one's really, really good. It changes him just ever so slightly, not to the point where it's too little, but just the point where it's just right. Just like, I like the little points on the end of his spider legs. I like the red thing. And I like just the fact that his head's supposed to look like a volcano, I guess. It's good. The Victorian, this one's kind of meh. I like the rosy cheeks, but I'm not really a fan of the fact that he has like a tooth missing. That's like the big thing that sets this off for me. Just missing tooth. The Gladiator. This one is freaking dope. I like the little like slicey thingies on his spider legs. I like the face paint. I like the angry just eyes, two eyes in the middle is good. The Rosette, I like this one. I like the roses that are just put in his fur, and I like the sort of thorny, just spider legs. To Triumphant, this is really good. I mean, it literally turns him into a Black Widow. It just looks. And also, I'm just a fan of Black Widows in general, and this makes him look like a Black Widow. It just makes him look really, really good. I like this one. The Survivor. This one is kind of just meh. I'm not really a fan of just the webbing that's just caught in him and how just uneven his fur is. The Guest of Honor. This one's just kind of adorable. I just like how he's just done his fur up, and he just has his spider legs with just bows on them. It's kind of cute. Winona! The Snowfallen, it's kind of it's pretty good actually. I was going to say it's meh, but I just looked at it for a little bit longer, and I just like the hairstyle, the blue lipstick, the ice earrings, the ice little crown thing she has is good. The Merrymaker, that slight smile settles it for me for this being pretty good. I just like that slight smile, and then she has that little just snow hat thingy that's on her head. I don't know what it's called, but it's good. The Creature, not a fan of this one. I just don't like it. I don't like the green skin. I don't like the hairstyle. I don't really like it. Nona Gecko Head. This one's just kind of meh. It looks like a grass gecko, but I'm not really a fan of like the green lipstick and how her hair looks like grass. The Fixer. This one is pretty good. I like this one. I like the hairstyle, the little pink band around her, and the pink just spot in her hair. Pink is one of my favorite colors too, so that just adds a little extra to this. The Guest of Honor. The hairstyle's pretty good. I like the rose in her hair, and I like the pink lipstick on her and that slight smile. The Industrious, this one's kinda meh. I don't really like the hairstyle. That's like the only thing I don't like about this. The Rosette, it's good. I like this one. Just that little curl in her hair, the little pink just band on her with the rose attached to it, the lipstick, and the smile is just good. I'll probably end up getting this one in the future. The Survivor, not really that good. One of the weaker Survivors in my opinion, just for the brought down hair. The Triumphant, I like this one. I like the big smile and just the rolled up hair with the white streaks in it. The Magmatic, this one's another really good one. I like the her hair just looking like a massive flame similar to Wilson. And her little yellow crown thing that she has. The Victorian, I'm not really a fan of this one. I don't really like the face mask thing that she has. Remember to wear your face masks, guys. I don't really like the goggle things that she has, and I don't really like her hair. The Verdant, I like this one. I just think the little bandana that's been turned to like a little bow is just really freaking cute. The Gladiator, this one is kinda meh. I don't really like the hair. That's all I really don't like. It just really sets it off for me. Warley, Snowfallen, not really a fan of it. I just don't like the way just the hair looks, just its texture just looks really bad. The Candyman just makes me really, really uncomfortable with the lollipop just in there. I don't like that. The Head Chef, I like his mustache. It looks really, really good. And also the hair is fine too, I guess. The Rosette, I really like this one. I like this one. I like the mustache. I like the beard. I like the little hair thingies. The Trawler, I'm not a fan of this one. I don't really like the little hair thing that's tied up by a rope, and I don't like just the shaggy beard. The Victorian, this one's pretty good. He's shaved his beard down and his hair looks really good too. I just kind of like this one, and I also just like the outfit that goes with this too. Is good. Wartox. The Victorian, this is the only one I like from like the new update that added the world generation settings. This is the only one I actually like. And I think it's really good. The Snowfall, and I like this one, is good. I like how he just looks like a snow deer. He has like the ice on his like antlers. He just looks really good. The Draconic, I don't like this one that much. I don't really like the horns. The Minotaur, this one's pretty good. It makes him look like a Minotaur, and I think Minotaurs are cool. I like the ring through his nose, I like his piercings, I like his big horns, I like his black fur, it's dope. The Survivor, not really a fan of this one. When I got Wartox, I just turned this into spools immediately. And then we have the Uncorrupted. This one makes him look like he did originally before he was turned into the red thing that he is after he inhaled Krampus, like Kirby. And he looks fine. Okay, so I had to cut there for a second to handle something, but anyways, we're going to continue with the last three characters, Wormwood, Wirt, and Walter. So with Wormwood, we have his new Victorian skin. Not really a fan of this one. I just don't really like the whole appeal of just the polished tree thingy. Wormwood O-Lantern, this just makes sense and looks really good in my opinion. I just like the whole pumpkin thingy, and I just like it a lot. The Triumphant, holy crap, he looks horrifying, but this is really, 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 really good. I just like the whole, like, just the thing where he just doesn't, like, have any eyes. He just looks like he's rotting. He's just, is good. The Hollow, this one's pretty good. It's like a cave version of Wormwood, where he exists in the caves and he has, like, mushrooms growing on him. Oasis Bound, this is like a desert version of Wormwood. He looks like he's from the desert instead of the world of Hamlet. Again, this one's pretty good. The Rosette, it's one of the weaker ones, but the skin itself still just does look fine, I guess. The rose and just the hair, just that hair thing on the top, just sort of just the fact that it actually looks like hair instead of like tree, just don't really like it. Wirt. His new goat thing just looks eh. The little sinker, this one's just fine, not really a fan of it. I don't really like the little tentacles where his like mouth should be. And those two little like gill things on the side are just kind of meh. The rosette, this one's just kind of fine. Just not really like a fan of just like how he looks in general. Like like those things on the side of him. Like those little like gill things on the side of him. His like weird face, I just don't really like it. The guest of honor, this one looks pretty good actually. It's just, I like the orange, I like the little swoop on like his head on the top, it just looks really nice. The abyssal, this one's just kind of meh. I'm not really a fan of the darker color scheme, the little light thing on top of him and the gills on his side of his head. The triumphant, this one's pretty good, but it's sort of weaker in comparison to the other triumphants. He just looks angry and like he painted himself black. That's about it. It's kind of just meh. Then we move on to our final character, Walter, his Victorian. It just looks very, very basic, and I'm not really a fan of it at all. The snowfall, and it looks kind of meh. I just don't like the fact that he just basically dyed his hair white. It's just not really a fan of me. The chatterbox, no, not a fan. Not a fan at all. I just don't like, I'm already just terrified of puppets, and just that little mouth thing, just, the skin kind of creeps me out. I'm also just not a fan of the hair. Guest of honor, just really basic. Just the only thing that looks like it's changed to a first just looking at it is his eyes that just look just sort of drowsy. The boy detective, this is one of his better skins because his hair sort of looks more bushy and just better. The glasses also just look fine. Again, it's just kind of meh. The survivor, this is probably his best skin. Just the hair looks good. He has that little torn cap on his head. He has the little thing in his mouth. This is probably his best one. And that's it. Thank you all for watching.